Hi, how you going? My name's Braden. I'm the creator and starring lead role, kind of the only lead role, in the short film known as Footsteps. Now, you are currently watching the BTS, or as I like to call it, the director's journal, because it's very much a journal of me just spilling my thoughts onto the camera as I am going through this production. If you haven't seen the first episode, I would highly recommend going to watch that, even though it's an hour long. It's got where I started in this process and how I'm going in this process, and if you just start this episode, you're going to be a little bit confused, to be honest. Also, if you haven't seen my short film Footsteps, there's 3 versions. There's a 2 or 3 minute version, a 5-minute version, and an extended edition, which is around 10 minutes. So go watch that before you watch this. It'll make a lot more sense. If you don't, I can't control what you do. In this episode, we are going from day 6 of production all the way to day 10. So, a lot more days to come, and also a lot of days have passed, and I'm sorry again that this episode is so long. The next 2 after this are relatively short. They're like normal episodes of a series, so sorry. However, without further ado, here is episode 2 of the Footsteps Director's Journal. Hey, what is up, my people? It's day 6 of production. Oh, look at me. I'm making footsteps on the staircase. It's been a couple days since I last filmed. I filmed on Thursday of last week. Now it's Monday. Getting right back into it, the grind. And I've been thinking we're probably gonna do the shot that we did when I was last on camera, because since then I've got a hell of a lot more boxes to use to decorate the set. And that way we have a new set with even more boxes that looks like somebody is actually moving into the house. I'm gonna set up that shot, put William's outfit on, his costume on, go make a coffee, and then let's just Dizzity do this. What are you Dizzity doing, bro? Help. Ah. Oh my gosh. Ah! I hit the one light that's extruding from the wall. Mission complete. Oh, that's a workout. Even if they don't weigh anything. It's about half an hour earlier. Got my cup of joe. And I'm feeling pumped. Got the uniform on, the costume on, and it stinks because I haven't washed it in a week. Hey, settle down. I wasn't able to do my washing this week because I had to work so much and also do all this crap. I'm washing stuff downstairs, but I don't want to wash this because I want to wear it now to do this. So I'll get around to it, okay? It's not so bad if it's stinky. You can't tell that through the camera, so it's really just me suffering. So, shush. I'm aware that it's gross. I feel gross doing it. Why am I going on a rant about this? Here's the set. So, we got boxes here, boxes over there, and boxes here. This is in the corner of the frame so that you can tell the camera's moving a lot better because you have something in the foreground being pushed past really fast. And other than that, it's pretty much the same setup as when I first did it. So let's do the scene. That shot's done. And I said something in that shot that I shouldn't be saying. I said, I want it to be longer. I need shots to be shorter, if anything, not longer. I think I said, like, I need to dwell on that scene a bit longer. Oh, no, don't say that. I don't need that. I need shorter. I don't know. I've just done something. I'm not sure if it's... Oh, gee, that sun is changing the lighting of my scene. Oh, no. But put the camera on a Dutch tilt. And I kind of like it. It kind of works. But I'm not sure if I like it. Look at it. It kind of gives like a house of... I'm not referencing a movie if there's a movie called this, but like a house of horrors kind of thing. Like at the fair or the show where you go into the haunted house or something. And it just kind of gives me those kind of feels. I like it. Should I put it in concrete? Should that be the shot or should I do 2 shots? I like it. It just gives something different than like just that stationary shot. It is still stationary, but it's different. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna do it. I like that a lot. We got the scene set up. To William's right is this light. So this light was behind the camera, giving like just an overall push of light. But then I realized that the image is way too flat, so I put the light here next to William so there's like a big shadow across his face. Then in front of me, we just got the camera on the tilt. I didn't take it off the slider yet because I just couldn't have been bothered. I'll do that for the next scene maybe. And we got the microphone down here, picking up sound, monitor there, and then just the boxes behind just in case this falls over because it isn't all that sturdy. And I added the 50mm on just just because it gives a bit of a more connection to the character. And I took the pictures off the wall as well. Nearly broke one of them. Dude, I think I nailed it on the first one. Only problem is, well, it's not really a problem. It kind of worked out kind of well. I accidentally went too far right of frame, which is left in person, and I was kind of on the right of frame a lot, but like it kind of works. I might do I like that or not? I can feel the story through the frame in this one. I'm too far on this side of the frame, but the frame is kind of leaning this way. So it's kind of like, I've got the high ground, and I'm like, oh, let's go into the gallows, which is ultimately the demise of my character, because he's going kind of like into the pits of hell. I'm so good at conjuring up bullshit reasons for my framing, even if it's not intentional. But you get me, like, he's kind of like, okay, what's happening here? And then he's like, what's that way? Then he goes down into that way. Let's redo it. I might use it, I might not. We'll see what I like better in editing. It's good to have the two options, like I always say. More options than you need. I kind of did it again, but not as to one side. Bruh, I don't know. I'm gonna try it again. Okay, I redid it a bit better. I'm not sure which I prefer, but they're all there for me to use in the edit. Next shot. What is the next shot? You get the storyboards. Next shot is, we're getting into the tricky territory, the uncharted territory. I mean, we've charted it before, but the shot where the camera is down on these steps and it's looking through these holes, these posts, whatever you want to call them. This freaking teddy bear up here in my sister's room keeps freaking me the hell out. I keep thinking it's something poking over the top and like, hey, what you doing over there? I'm here to possess you. If it moves, I'm a scream and run. This is the setup I got so far. Got this contraption. Now in the previews, I use this light stand, but it doesn't have anything on the top unless I equipped it with something on the top. This light stand, C-stand, whatever you want to call it. Over here already has this Joby headlamp, so I just use this and I can go even taller than that one. So I'm using this instead. I gotta say the shot isn't what I want it to be at the moment, even though it's in the previews. I'm not sure what the problem with it is, but it's got a problem and I want to fight it over it. But my washing's finished in the washing machine, so I need to go hang it out. So hopefully no demons or that up here come over and knock it down while I'm downstairs outside hanging the washing on the line to dry for my shift this afternoon. Cool, I'm gonna leave all of this here. Hopefully it's here when I come back. Took the washing off the line, came back up here, tried to dress the scene the way I want it. And it's very hard because I don't have many lights to work with and all that jazz. What we got is what I showed you before, is the camera here looking over the railing, but it's not really, I wanted to give the railing a lot more room in the shot because you could only see the top railing and these two, you couldn't really see these bits. So I pulled the camera down so that when my character gets to over here, it kind of cuts his head, does it? Yeah, it kind of cuts his head off around here, but I don't want that part of the shot anyway. I kind of want the shot where he's standing here and it gets to about like halfway to the railing and then we cut to the next shot. So it works out great. But see, the lighting is where I'm struggling at. So I've closed in my sister's room the curtains and just left them open so there's a tiny bit of light spilling because it was way too bright and it looked really daytime. Close them a little bit so there's just a little bit of light peeking over it and the camera can hardly see that. Move these boxes back here. I moved this light around 20 times just trying to figure out where it should be and I put it there and it gives some good light, also some shadow on my face as well, and it's the best I can do, I reckon. And then over here we've opened this curtain up a tiny bit just to let some light in here so it's not pitch black. Then also I've opened my brother's curtain so it's to let some light in here to bounce back onto William's back, so it gives a little bit of light there. And look at this, look how good it is having a long HDMI cord. If the camera's down there, I got my monitor up here so I can check everything out. And I took that teddy down as well because it was in the shot and it kept on scaring me. I think we're ready to do the shot. I just need to place the microphone somewhere out of frame so we can get some Foley so I don't have to do that in post, and I think we'll be jolly good. Check where I place the monitor. On the railing here so I can see it as I'm investigating the scene. Then I can just walk over and I can check myself in the monitor. Pretty neat, bro. That A clamp is really good that I've got on it. You can place it pretty much anywhere you can squeeze the clamp onto. Boom, done. Took 3 attempts to get my positioning in the scene right. I think we got it. Now comes a shot where the camera's sitting like this and it spins, which should be an easy enough shot to set up, I feel. Hopefully. Just thinking, are we done up here? Because I don't want to tear everything down and have it not work. But I think we are done up here, so. Sick, bro, let's do that shot. Or, no, we'll do that shot last. We'll do the other shot where it's looking over the railing from here because we got the camera on the tripod, so we might as well do that while it's up here and while like the lighting and all that is set up. Ugh, that's scary. The palm trees are hitting on the roof and making very scary sounds. I've got you on a tripod because I'm going to set you down so you can watch me. I keep on thinking things are watching me and they probably are. It's so scary. I hate it. I've got goosebumps now. I'm making myself scared. Anyways, you got to watch me set up this next shot because why not? Okay, cool. I think I've got it to what I want. The focus, the angle, all that jazz. As you can see, it took a long time. It took 10 minutes to do. I didn't realize the time was 2:40 as well, so this is gonna be the last shot we're doing today, apparently. So now I just need to dress the set, light the set, and all that jazz, so I won't make you watch that. That's a bit boring. Yeah, see you after. I've run into a problem. Look at the camera. It's not exactly center. On camera it looks center enough, but it's not. I want it to be pretty much in line with this curtain thing in the background. I'm gonna have to try and move it around, but I didn't do that in the previous, so it's gonna take more time, but I've only got 15 minutes, so I've got to be quick, so I'm gonna try and do that off camera. I did it! It didn't take as long as I thought, but it's so dangerous of a setup. And if you look, the tripod is slanted, because I need it on a slant because it wasn't in the middle. It's kind of in the same place again, to be honest. I'm happy with that though. I can live with that, knowing that I tried half an hour putting that up. I'm gonna do the same, then I'm ditch. I did 3 individual shots and they all weren't horrible. And the last 2 shots I got, I liked. I think we're done here for today, at least. I might come back tomorrow after I edit. Sorry, the camera is replaying old footage. Might come back tomorrow after the edit and not like it and redo it, but what can you do? That's the best I could do today. Good day. How many shots did we do? 3. 3 in 3 hours. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. More like 2.5 hours maybe, but not bad. Hey, what's up? It's day 7 of production. I had one of those sleeps again where I couldn't wake up. I think it's like nearly 1 o'clock or something. But last time I had one of those sleeps, I couldn't wake up, but then once I had a shower, I was all energetic, and that's what's happened today. But I'll still need a coffee because I can feel the bags under my eyes. I'll make a coffee a bit later, but I'm ready. The first shot of today is what I said we were doing yesterday, which would have been the last clip for you. And that's the shot where it's looking up the stairs and the camera's twisting. I'm gonna try and set that up. There's a few ways I want to try to do it because there is. The equipment sometimes doesn't work the way I think or want it to. I'm gonna set it up and I'll be right back. Little update we got going here. The first 2 things that I tried didn't work. First one was putting the Blackmagic with its cage on here, leaning back like this. That hasn't worked because if you do this, it just falls. I took the cage off because I thought the cage was too heavy, and it was, and it kind of works, but it falls back. What I will have to do now is do what I did in the previs, and that is just place the camera on top of the head one. And I mean, I think that's the way it's gonna look the best, because if I did put it on this, the swivel would be way too wide, so you wouldn't get enough movement in one sweep, as if you were just to place the camera on this and have it rotating like that. If it was on the tilt, it would be moving like that, opposed to just this, so you wouldn't get as much rotation out of it. We're just gonna try to do this, and that will definitely work because it worked in the previs and I really loved it in the previs. So that's what we're doing. Finally got the setup complete and it looks janky as hell and I'm scared the camera's gonna fall off. I put the camera back in its cage so it makes it heavier. The head one, when I put it on the stairs and tried to move it, it wouldn't move. So I thought maybe the carpet's stopping it, weighing it down. So I got this Gorilla Pod, put it underneath, but like look how slanted it is. Oh, you can't really see. It's really slanted. Looks like the camera can fall off at any time. So I'm scared, but played with it a bit and it hasn't fallen off yet. It will most likely fall off when I'm filming and up there and can't do anything about it and can't hear it or something. For lighting, I put this light here to shine up here. Hopefully that gives some light on William's face. And I've also opened this a smidge because all this was black, so that's filled in now. And then this curtain was also open, but I closed it just so the walls up here aren't drenched in daylight. It looks good. That could pass as a nighttime shot, I'm pretty sure. It's fooling me anyways. It's been about half an hour and I've set up the next shot. The next shot is when William is hanging over here. He's like, I'm crazy, and he walks off. And he stops here because he hears a footstep. Whoa. It might actually be from downstairs, so I might have to cut to that shot that we just filmed then, but like a blank slate of that without William in it, just to say, hey, there's something downstairs walking up the stairs, because the entity isn't exactly here yet. They start down at the bottom of the stairs and then walk all the way up. That's why William's like, oh gosh, I gotta run, and he runs and he hides because he thinks somebody's coming up the stairs. Oh, I got tingles saying that. What we're doing is we're having the camera down here. I'll show you the little setup we got going and make sure I don't step on any of this stuff. We got the camera down here and it's facing up here, and you can see the ground here and you can see the bars here, and it's actually really cool because the light shining from the window up here is going down here to these bars, and it's like giving a little bit of a shimmer onto them, which is mwah, beautiful. Love lighting. The camera is currently sitting on the head one box, and then we've also got the flex head here lifting it up because books and DVD cases are of the past. We don't need them to leverage our camera up anymore. That's looking up there. William's gonna be standing there where the speaker is. Oh, I'm stepping on stuff. I've got the boxes set up here, same way we had them set up the other day, and I also nearly forgot this box here. Now, it wouldn't be a vital part if we missed that, but in the edit edit if I looked over it in 10 years when I'm looking over my short films. So I was like, wait, that box that was there like 10 seconds ago isn't there anymore. I would have been frustrated. So it's there just in case there's any continuity nerds out there like me. In this room, we got the window open, so they're shining some light onto this wall just to give a little bit of bounce into this room for William. But then we've also got this light blasting light. And in this room, we have got curtain a tiny bit open. Remember, we can't have it too open, otherwise it blasts the scene with light. We don't want that. I don't know how it's doing this, but look at the patterns making. It's so cool. And I think that's everything in the scene. Just those lights. And then, as I said, that window's open, casting light over onto this wall, and it's making this cool pattern here as well, which is dope. So that's the scene. Where's the microphone? I need to set the microphone up. We'll set the microphone up, and that will be that. Awesome. Just did 2 shots for that scene. I think that I got it in the first one, but when I went to run to cover, like, I did this really weird, like, oh yeah, like a big jump. Good to have options, like I always say. That's where my modern out. It's good to have options in the edit. Now, I'm not sure what we're gonna do, so I'm gonna look up the previous video. I might do that shot again, because the acting was a lot better in the previs, and I like what I did in the previs. In the previs, I like stopped here, and I was like, what the hell is that? Because in the last shot, I just stood still, and I'm like, what's that? But in this one, I like turn around, I'm like, what the hell is that? And I try and look down the stairs. I'll do that, this scene. Yeah, let's do that. Did it about 3 or 4 times because first time my head was too close to the top of the frames. Redid it and then I didn't like how I acted in the other ones. I have a lot of options to use in the edit. But on to the next scene. I'm thinking. Does anyone get what that reference is from? Thinking because in this shot, William is running towards the camera that we should have the camera on the slider just pulling backwards. It won't be like that drastic of a movement, but it'll be some movement where you're like, okay, he's running and we're following him kind of. So I might do that, but the thing I'm worried about in this scene is focus, because the focus plane is only like a certain thing, and I have to run from like here all the way to here. It's quite a ways. I think we'll be right. Check the previs again. So glad I did the previs, bro. And also in this version, I put it on a 50mm. I feel like it's just you and the character trying to get away from whatever's chasing or whatever's coming. Alright. We've got the camera on the slider. Then we've got the monitor below it so I can see what's happening while I'm running towards the screen. We've got this light here to cast some light onto William's face as he comes closer to the camera. In my brother's room, I've opened the window so it casts this light onto the wall, also giving some more filter William's face. I know I said Drogon. The boxes and all that were all the same. All this crap is pushed to the side that was in this room, and this room has still got that curtain open. Then I've also opened this curtain on the other side of this curtain. The blind, sorry, a bit more, so let's more light in. I'm not sure if that's the same amount of light or more, because I didn't open it all that much. But then I also opened this window up a bit more just to give some more light into the scene behind William when he's running. And then I also got down on the ground here is the microphone, audio recorder. I couldn't think of that for a second. And that's going to sit up here on a monitor because I won't be needing the monitor, because I shouldn't be looking at the monitor when running or on camera anyway. So that's sitting up there to pick up some audio. Actually, it's not, because it's going to pick up all the audio from the slider. She is going to go down here onto this box. That's the gist of the scene. Got the next shot set up. I need to go through this quickly though, because I think it's 3 o'clock on the dot right now. We've got the camera on the bed, which is also on the slider, which is on the slider box, so it doesn't move and all that. Got 2 pillows here just to give some foreground elements. We've got the fan over here just to give another foreground element. Got this box here. The curtain's open just a slither, just to give a slither of light, just to give some detail to what's in here. And then out here, I've turned, wait, what light did I, oh, this light here. And I've also opened this window to give a lot of light pushing in here. So I kind of wanted to get a silhouette effect with William. Then we got the microphone down here, picking up some audio, and then William comes into this room and he slams his back against this door. It's like, oh, okay, time to get some balls. I I've discovered something weird with my camera. What's that say? Off, and the little switch is off. But the camera's still on. Then I'll turn it on. Yeah, the camera's still on. Then I'll turn it off again. And it's still on! What? Why? I don't get that. But that's it for today. That's all we've got time for today. Ah, it's 3:07. Ah, I'm gonna pack up and have some lunch and then what's that? Hey, we are on production day 8. great. Gee, when we're getting higher numbers of production days, it's feeling weird. Guess what I've got? My morning remedy. Apple, not coffee. Gotcha. My belly's feeling a bit gross, so I thought I'd have something nutritious because I don't think I've had fruit in 2 weeks, so that's probably the culprit to why I'm feeling not so good. Nonetheless, we gotta film if we want to get this thing done. Granted, I could skip a day, but no. Once you skip one, you skip them all. Let's get to it. Now, some bad news. Out of the 4 shots we filmed yesterday, 2 of them are wrong. The last one we filmed, the one in the bedroom, how the camera's falling away and William runs into frame. He's holding the bat in his right hand instead of his left hand. Even though he's right-handed, for some reason, I was holding the bat in my left hand, like when we started at the door here. So we need to film that again, so he's got it in his left hand. And then also, not the shot before that, but the one before that, where he's standing in the hallway and he looks to the stairs. The continuity from the shot before that shot going to this shot where he steps back from the stairs isn't correct. So he steps back from the stairs like really slowly, then in the next shot he's really fast, and that messed with me. So we're gonna film those 2, which is very depressing because, you know, you've done 2 shots, that's 2 hours of your time that you've got to redo. But it happens, bro, in this film industry. I'm not in the film industry. I make short films for a competition so I can win money. So that's what we're doing today. I'm gonna go set up the scenes while eating my apple and listening to music, and we'll meet back later. Alright. I think we've got the scene set up, and it's the exact same as yesterday. I hope, at least. Like, I was standing up here for like 30 seconds being like, is that everything I did yesterday? I think we've nailed it. So I'm just gonna redo the scene and hope for the best. Filmed the shot, but like the other day when I filmed, it's just something about it. I'm pretty sure it's my acting that I don't like. It's just the way I walk out of frame, run out of frame, look out of frame, just doesn't work. And it's like 3 or 4 shots, so I've got a lot to work with. We'll use that and see how we can do this. I don't know. Just went downstairs and got some coffee. Apparently I can't go a day without it, or a shooting day for that matter without it. Got the next scene shot up. It's pretty much the same as yesterday, but I've added like a few things. Got the camera on the slider over here, but instead of it just being on the bed, actually no, it was on the box, wasn't it? It's on this whiteboard, so it doesn't sync or anything, because I noticed in the editing room that the camera actually went down, kind of. It had some movement that I didn't really like, so I put it on this whiteboard so there's not much movement underneath the slider. Then I also put this torch down here underneath this bounce diffuser, sorry, not bounce, just lighting up this box. It doesn't do too much, but it does enough. And then we've got this strip of light just letting in a tiny bit of light. And before, I couldn't figure out for the life of me, there was this black strip down here. And I'm like, what is that? So I like stood in the black strip, like it was a shadow or something. And I was looking around, I looked out the window and there's this tree just blocking the sunlight in the exact position that I want to show this. I want some light on this. It was really annoying. I kind of got rid of it, I think, but it's still out there blocking the sun. Then also outside, we got this light pushing in some light just here. You can see on the wall, it does something just to show William's face a tiny bit better. But for now, I'm gonna go downstairs and check the previous shot before this and see what continuity I need to line up. Because I think in one of the shots, William puts his hand on the wall like this. Whoa, it looks cool. William puts his hand on the wall like this before pushing into the room, so I'll go see if I do that in the scene. And I'll also take my empty cup of joe down. Oh, this battery's about to run out. I knew I should have charged it. It stays full until you've got 20 minutes of filming left, and then it goes to like 2 bars instead of 3, so that's annoying. I'll put you on charge in the meantime though. Sick, we got it. Took 2 goes, but then I realized that I forgot to turn this light on down here because I went downstairs, so I turned that light off. I got it on the second shot. I could use the second shot. I might use the second shot, but then I did 2 more shots where I didn't like it, and then I finally got on like the 3rd shot kind of. So we'll see what I like in the edit. But for now, we're gonna set up the next scene. This is the next setup. We've got the camera on the slider, and then we got the light pointing at the wall, so it bounces off of the wall into William's face, who will be standing here, and then he'll be peering around the door, looking while the camera moves and kind of follows him. And then inside, we got the microphone just picking up audio just for some Foley. I've done the scene about 4 or 5 times. I've tested it about 10 times because I just, it's really hard because I'm standing here, and then with my hand that isn't in the shot, I'm grabbing the barrel and rolling it. So it gets this environment in focus after my character's in focus. And it's really hard because I've got to do the performance while also trying to rack focus. I don't know if I did it good or not. I'm going to go downstairs and see if it looks good on the edit because I'm not 100% sure about these shots, so I'm going to go downstairs and see if they work. Alright, I just looked at it downstairs on the computer in the editing with the other footage, and it looks good. I really like it. Problem I'm facing is that I can't hear the sound effects, so when I'm watching it over, I'm like, that looks really stupid because I can't hear what the character's supposed to be hearing in that scene. The only problem I encountered was William's face wasn't lit enough. It wasn't sick, bro. It wasn't lit enough. I'll redo the scene, and I think I bumped the camera when I went to grab the barrel barrel. We'll do it again, see if we can do it a bit better. What's the next scene after this? I think we'll just have to do this one and then bail. Because I don't think I have enough time to set up another scene. No, so the next scene after this is a really long scene because it's a scene where William is talking to the intruder, to the ghost. So that requires a lot of acting, a lot of lines, a lot of remembering of lines, a lot of takes because I don't like a certain line or the way I deliver it. We'll do this, pack up, and I'll call it an easy day. It's been a big week. I've been working a lot. I've been filming a lot. I'll take a little break. Watch YouTube or Netflix for like half an hour instead of just 10 minutes while I chow down my food. Alright, we'll do this. I'll let you know how it goes and then we'll say goodbye. Senorita. I've done so many attempts of that shot. I'm pretty sure I've got a good one in there. Like, the footage before this, like, there is a good one in there that I can use if none of these work. But it doesn't have the extra light, which isn't a huge thing. I've done so many attempts of that shot. I'm pretty sure I've got a good one in there. The footage before this, there is a good one in there that I can use if none of these work, but it doesn't have the extra light, which isn't a huge thing. But if none of these shots work, then I'll go with that. One of these shots, I did like 4 or 5, is bound to work. Hopefully. It's just the acting in it. Again, my acting is just horrible. I need to get an actor. But I also don't want somebody to be here every day for 3 hours for like, this is probably going to total up to like maybe 30 hours of work, which I can't put somebody through. No, which is why I'm gonna do it all myself. But I'm pretty sure there's a good shot now. There's tension. I can feel the tension when watching back the shot, and there's not even any music, any sound effects, any creaking, any sound effects to show what he's hiding from. So I reckon it's good. It's usable, which isn't the word I like using when trying to make these stellar shot films. In these situations, in these circumstances, it's all I can say really. I'm happy with it. It's not bad, but it's also not the best it can be. But that's also because I'm not behind the camera the entire time. So I think that's okay. Can somebody say that's okay for me? So I think it's okay. But that's all I'm gonna do for today. I'll see you when I see you. Hello, and welcome to day 9. It's very much further in the production than that. Bad news is though, the time is 1:30 because my alarm clock didn't go off. I set it for 8 o'clock, didn't go off, so I slept until 12:30. That's a mood. We're on to the first shot of this production day, which is the shot that I was dreading doing last when you saw me, and that is the one where I'm talking, where the camera's standing here, I'm against the door, and I'm screaming to the person, the intruder in the house. So what we've got here is we've got very generic setup. Is just the camera pointing towards the door, and then we got this light bouncing off the wall just to give some bounce onto William's face, my character's face. Otherwise, if the light's pointing towards me, it's very, very harsh. Then in the room, we got the monitor hooked onto my brother's shelf. When I'm standing here, I can see the monitor there, and then I've also got the microphone down here, which I haven't set up yet, but I will set up. And then I also put the 50mm on because the 12mm just doesn't do it for me. It's too wide, it's not engaging enough, it's not claustrophobic enough for the character. And also, so you can tell a bit more of their expressions because the 12mm gets a lot of the environment in, whereas the 50mm just gets the character in and not a lot of the environment, which is good. Which makes me think, actually, should I have the old lady in the scene? I should, shouldn't I? We should. I'll try and do that. I'll see where I can put her. But for now, I'm just gonna do this scene. It's only 3 lines. It's, I know you're there. You got to the count of 3 to get the hell out of my house. I've got a bat and I'm not afraid to use it, but I might say I've got a weapon and I'm not afraid to use it. Sounds a bit more smarter of my character to say weapon rather than bat. And he starts to count to 3, very timidly, very like, whoa, whoa, 1, get the hell out of my house. Also, I washed the clothes. I was doing all my washing yesterday and I threw this in and doesn't smell of sweat anymore. It smells a lot better. That's the news. Nah, I can't do it. My sister's home. The one day out of the week and a half that I filmed that nobody's been home, I've had no dialogue scenes. The one day is when somebody's home, is when I have a dialogue scene. And I'm like screaming at the top of my lungs. So we're not gonna do that today. We're gonna do that tomorrow. I'm gonna pack that up and then try something else, one of the other scenes, which is freaking annoying. I knew that happened. I knew that happened. Typical. And I bet you now that somebody's gonna be sick and then they're gonna be home for this whole week. Oh, that pisses me off. Gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta work around the things that come up. I just went to make a coffee and I broke the coffee machine, so now I've only got half a coffee and I'm even more angrier. Why is today against me? Oh my gosh. Oh, it's trying to piss me off so bad. But it's not gonna work. We're gonna film the next scene. And let's do it. Oh gosh, this has been such a bad day so far. Oh, I love it. Here's our next shot. We have this light on, shining on William, who's gonna be be standing here. He's gonna run out of the doorway into the hallway. Doorway into the hallway. Oh, they're both the same words. They don't rhyme. They're just the same words. So he's gonna run from this room with his bat. He's gonna stop here and then just look around like, oh, whoa, there's no one here. Maybe I should do a POV shot. I could. Yeah, I'll do a POV shot as well. Why not? We have something to add to the edit. So I got the camera here, kind of looking up towards him as though he's a threat, kind of, because he feels threatening in that moment, but then we'll pull to a high shot to show that there's nobody in the room except him and that he'll look very small and minuscule in that shot. So that's about it. We got the microphone over here just to pick up me yelling, and that's it, bro. Very easy shot. Oh, I just did this shot and I liked it, except I didn't like my reaction at the end. I was supposed to look scared and I just looked a bit confused. I was meant to look scared and confused. I'm swapping the battery at the moment for the camera because it's nearly dead. I was gonna yell for that scene like, ah! But my acting actually, it told me to growl like Wolverine. So I growled for some reason. I went, Arr! I don't know if that's gonna work, but I did it. Not sure if I'm gonna do it again. It's just what I felt came naturally as an actor. Listen to me doing some BS. Alright, cool. We're gonna do that again. My voice is probably gonna die after this from so much yelling. Dude, I just did 2 extra shots and I'm good at being angry on camera. Maybe it's because I'm just angry today. Dude, I really like that. I just don't know what to fix. Maybe I should try yelling. I'm gonna try yelling because I just go like a Viking. Angry Viking. Maybe I'll try yelling, yeah. Yeah, I can't yell on camera. I couldn't yell in that scene anyways. That's weird. I kind of went like, but it wasn't like a I feel like that's kind of like a Viking thing that they do to charge in a battle. I'm very red and sweaty though. So much of a workout. But that was good. We got like 2 shots that I liked in that, so I'll just use them. Now we just gotta go switch to the wide shot, because for the wide shot, we need to clean the scene. No, we'll go POV, because for POV, I'm gonna have to clean everything out of this room, like all this crap, and that will be better for the wide. It's working in my head. Whatever I'm saying is working in my head. And here we are. Here's the completely blank room. I need to close this curtain, of course. Open some blinds in there. Close this a bit more. And I think we'll be good. Nothing on the walls. Oh, I almost forgot to put the boxes in. Imagine. Dude, I'd be kicking myself. I'm gonna do that. Can't believe I almost forgot that. That's why it looks so different. Oh, I need to pick this carpet up as well. Let's go. That was quicker than I thought it'd be. Got the boxes set up. And then I'm pretty sure there's 4 boxes on there. I'm not 100%, but I should probably go check the edit. Hey, otherwise that's gonna pester me. Open the curtain in this room, giving this beautiful spill. Like, look at that. That is, oh, I love that lighting. It's going through those little bars there. And then we got this window here, which is completely closed, but gives like just the light on the corners, which looks really nice. And then I open these. These usually aren't that wide open. They're usually like that wide open, but for the sake of not having any light in this scene other than light spilling from in here, that window, which isn't really spilling that much light, and we don't really look at the roof that much, it's more just looking like this. We don't really look at the roof, and even if we do in the camera, it doesn't look that bright in this camera that I'm going to use, so it all works out. Oh dude, look at this. I wonder if that shows up on camera. That looked dope. I'm gonna go check the continuity of those boxes, even if we probably don't even see them in any of the scenes, but I'm gonna do it anyways, just for future me, who will be very happy. Oh, it had 4 boxes on it. Now it looks a lot more like I feel it should look, now that I'm looking at it like that. I took the box that was here because we're not gonna see it in this scene. Reason being is because this box here has stuff from my shelf that's all down here usually. All this like mini stuff that I don't want to put back up because I know I'm gonna have to pull back down when I go and film in my room again. I don't really want to have to cart that around because the sticky tape on these boxes is old and doesn't do the stickiness part of its job very well. That's that. That's that. I'm gonna go film the scene. Very simple scene, just POV shot, holding the camera, looking around, making it look like a character is looking. 15 seconds of filming. Like that. Done. That's all I need to do. It goes to show that like 10-15 minutes of setting up a scene is only there to capture like a few seconds of footage. Actually, yeah, this whole thing is supposed to be a 5-minute short and it's taken 20 hours so far to film it all. Next shot, all set up already. This camera on this tripod here, all the way up to the roof, just like we had it down here on the same tripod. It's not a tripod, it's something else. When I was setting it up, I'm like, holy Julie, is this what a tall person feels like? And then I had this genius idea of like a horror movie with a tall person that can see over this stuff. When they're walking, they're like, oh, what's in this room? And you see something scatter. That'd be pretty cool, except I'm not tall. I've got tall friends. I've got like 2 or 3 tall friends I could ask to be actors in that. So yeah, we've got the camera up there. Sorry, I went on a spiel. I had this window open like a whole lot, like probably that much more. Spilt too much light onto that, but look at that light. Oh, I love that. Then we got this light over here bouncing off this just to give a tiny bit of feel to this wall because it was very dark. Then we've opened this window in my brother's room to give some more light here, which hits this wall here. And we've opened these 2 doors here to give some spill onto that. And then also the window in my parents' room, I've opened that so it gives more light into the scene. And I've also opened this one a whole lot more to give some more light into the scene as well. And that pretty much gives a crap ton of light. Why is it so dark now? Is that because the sun's behind a cloud or something? That's really annoying. I hate using the sun sun as a light. So open this window a bit more. There we go, that looks a lot better. Nah, it's too much light. Looks like a security camera on this. Through this camera at least. So I filmed through these shots. I went downstairs to check it on the monitor because I just wasn't 100% sure if it matched up. And luckily I did because the emotions on his face didn't line up as good. I'm gonna redo it, but I hate this. I'm waiting for the sun. I'm waiting for the sun to give the room more light. When it comes out, it will bring all this light out and it'll give us a lot more light to work with. What if I turn this light on though? This one. No, that's bad, that's bad. It's like really, really dark without that sun, so I'm waiting on that. Does it come back? No, it's still pitch black. So I'm just here juggling the bat. Not very successfully. And I've only got 10 minutes before I've got to start packing up, so stupid sun. I hate working in the daytime. Okay, I think I've tried at least 10 times now. I've gone downstairs twice to check it on the computer, and the facial expressions don't match, but I think I've got it on this run. I'm not going back downstairs to check it, because the other ones are pretty darn close. It's really just if you go back frame by frame and say, hey, his face doesn't match up there. But I think I've got it on this one, because in the last shot, my eyes were like, not like, angry, more like, more panicking, and the other one they were more angry panicking because it was more like concerned panicking. I think I got it. If I didn't get it, it might just be the angle looking down like this, just seeing my eyebrows like that. I don't know. That's all we're gonna do for today. I gotta go cook some food downstairs, hack this up. Man, the freaking bird was talking throughout the whole thing, so hopefully I can remove that or something. I mean, the audio is all the way over there, so it probably didn't pick up that much, but we'll see. Oh my god, thank god I didn't pack up, because I just realized while downstairs, I was just like, oh yeah, that was cool, that was cool, that was a cool scene. That this freaking mat, this one through here that was lying across here, I didn't get rid of that. Do I need to do it again? None of the shots that I took were usable because that stupid mat was there. Wait, let me just look at the last scene that I filmed. Oh wait, can you see it? I don't think you can even see it. You can hardly see it. It's just in the corner there. Because it's the same color mat, you can't exactly tell except for when the light hits it. So if it does bug me in post, I can just go into Photoshop and clone stamp it and then put that in the scene, and it's a still shot so you won't have to track it or anything. Thank god. Okay Google, what's the time?
It's 3:10 p.m.
Yeah, see, I didn't want to refilm that. Crisis averted. I'm going now. I'm gonna get undressed again because I put this on quickly to film it. See, everything's just going terribly for me today. I'm forgetting stuff. Oh, stuff is going wrong. Alright, we're good. I'll see you tomorrow. What is up? It is day 10. We're hitting double digits. Day 10. Skeet, I'm not talking to you. Day 10 of production. Holy guacamole. Let's go see what Skeeter wants after I turn this on. I'm currently making a coffee because I've got like a horsey throat because it was really cold last night and I didn't wear hardly anything to bed. Hello. Hello. What you doing? You wanna help me out? Come on. No? Okay. Yeah, so I got a horsey throat, so I'm having a coffee also just to bring my energy up because although I'm inspired today, although I want to work today, want to film today, I don't exactly want to be screaming at a camera today. I'm not in the mood to scream at a camera because, you know, other days I am. So I'm just making a coffee to build my mood up and that should help me throughout the whole day. Except this coffee mug is not washed since I used it yesterday. Yucky. That towel was probably used for guinea pig poo or something. That's the new. I'm gonna do this, go upstairs, get everything set up, and then I'll meet you back here and we'll talk over the scene a bit after I've had my cup of joe. Before I start setting up, I remembered what Monday entailed, like how horrible it was. That wasn't just for filming. I went to work and it continued to be the shittiest day that I've had like in months, in like a really long time. Just shitty thing after shitty thing after shitty thing happened. And I'm like, what? How could this all be happening at once? Tried to stay strong, stay courageous. I pulled through, like I always do. Which sounds big-headed, but then again, it's not really. I'm just trying to be strong in my own life, in my own problems. I'm gonna stop. I'm digging myself a hole. Got the shot set up. It's the exact same as yesterday, so you don't need to be showing that again. You probably don't want to be showing that again. And I also just set this area up so I don't have to worry about it later. And I moved the poster frames that were here before because I noticed in that wide shot that they were in frame. So it's kind of giving me even more reason to do that shot again because there was two things that wasn't right in the scene, and then my facial expression in the scene wasn't good. So I might do it again if I have time because there is a number of shots I want to get done today before there's a shot that I can't do alone. I need somebody running and tracking me with the camera. So I'm going to wait wait for everybody to get home so they can do that with me. But for now, well, let's do this scene, bro. I feel like I'm just putting it off at this point. I don't need to wait any longer. I'm gonna go do it. I just want to say something. I was practicing doing this scene just before I was actually doing it, and I was like, oh, there's no way, like, that sounds good. Like, it doesn't sound natural, and it doesn't sound natural. The dialogue is crap, but I can't think of anything else. But when I was doing it, the way I was doing it didn't feel natural. But then as soon as I put the camera on, as soon as I went, I'm not meaning to sound like selfish or big-headed here, but as soon as I turned the camera on and I was in the shot, I was like, yeah, all right. And like my performance amped up. Is that something that actors do? Like, they feel like they can't do a scene, and then when they're actually in the scene, in the moment, they're like, oh, yeah, and it all comes out. Like, that was weird. I like that. Maybe I should just bring a camera around me everywhere so I'm this confident. So I just watched back the clip, and yeah, like, it's good. You could be way better, but you know, I'm not a good actor, so I can't do that. But I'm gonna put you down here so you can watch. Yeah, I didn't like the frame was too high. No, it was too low. I wanted it to be higher to get more of my face in and less of the body. And then I wasn't in focus. The part of me that I wanted in focus wasn't in focus. It was more my nose was in focus, not the side of my face. So we're gonna try again. And there's also a line that I'm trying to get myself in focus. Where is my focus? Give me my phone. This is the best way to do it. Here? Yeah. Yeah? Shot 2. I know you're there! You've got until the count of 3 to get the hell out of my house! I've got a weapon and I'm not afraid to use it! 1! 2! 3! Do you see that? I feel like that acting was way too over the top. I don't know. Stop it. I'm putting you away now. You're embarrassing me. So the shot that you saw me do, I was out of focus. I just did a shot now and I was in focus. I'm not sure if I'm just self-evaluating myself. What's it called? That I have imposter syndrome, that I'm like, oh damn, that is not real at all. But it's the best I can do. Unless somebody gives me acting tips or I look up acting tips, that's the best I'm gonna be able to do. We'll see if whoever's watching it laughs when I say that. If not, then hooray. I think I just need music over it. I think I just need the tension to be kicking in the scene, and just watching it back on my monitor after I've done it in a house alone just seems really weird. I know you're there! You have until the count of 3 to get the hell out of my house! I have a weapon and I'm not afraid to use it! 1! 2! Next shot though is a shot of my hands down here as I hold the bat, and I grip the bat even stronger because I'm scared. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to do this. He's not backing down. This intruder. We are going to have to film that, so I will do that and I'll come back to you when I'm done. Alright, okay, just did that next shot. It is the exact same setup, except the camera is lower looking at William's hands, and I did 2 different shots. One which was a bit more wider, just it looked more cinematic, and the second one was really close to the character's hands. In case the first one isn't strong enough of an emotion speaking through the frame, I can switch to that second one, which is a lot more closer, a lot more tense, and then you've got William just gripping the bat even stronger because he's gonna have to face this thing. Next shot is the shot of William running out with his bat above his head. We've done that. We've done the wide shot, which I'll probably redo if I have time. Next, we have the shot where he runs to the railing. I have the camera sitting here. William runs over to the railing, grabs onto it, looks over, nothing there. He steps back. We'll do a shot where he's stepping back and the shot's looking up like this and he's like, where are you? And then we'll do a shot at his legs looking at the ground like this, sort of, because that's where the footsteps are gonna be. That same shot where he's like, where are you? I'll have to continue acting as though the footsteps have stepped in front of me, and I'm like, What is this sorcery? And then the next scene, we'll have William running away, but I'll need somebody tracking William for that. But I feel like we won't even get to that bit. I should stop talking and hurry up and just do all this stuff so I can get it done. So I can feel like I've had a good day's work. The next shot is pretty much set up, but I have come to a conundrum. I'm not sure whether to shoot on the 50 or 24mm. 24mm is the safest because you get the most in the frame, so you get the most story to tell. But 50 brings attention. I might try both, and then we'll see what both look like in the frame. Gee, look at me, just giving so much thought to myself in the future for if I need more options. I didn't do this with Come Downstairs. Come Downstairs was, this is the only shot you get different variations of this shot, but this is the only shot type you get. That's probably mostly because I only had a 50mm, so I could only shoot on a 50mm, so it was either 50mm or 50mm anamorphic. This one's giving me a lot more to think about. I'll show you the setup anyway. So we got the camera on the tripod, which is balancing on the stairs. We got the LCD screen over here so that when I'm looking over the edge, I can see actually if I'm in frame or not. And the only light in the scene is coming from this window, giving this cool pattern. I've got this light back here because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to use it, but I don't because I'm perfectly lit in this. All I have to do is adjust how high or how low this is, and then we're off to the market. I'm pretty sure I'm going with the 24mm, but I'm gonna try the 50mm, like I said, to give me an option. Because it does look cool, but I'm gonna have to move it so it gets more off the railing in so you can tell where the hell the character is. But at the moment, we're gonna shoot 24, then we'll set up to shoot 50, then we'll see how I like it in the editing. Did it, filmed it in the 24mm, but then towards the end of it, my phone started ringing, so I have to redo it. We don't have to redo it because I could fix it in post, but again, I don't want to have to add more stuff for me to do in post, which I could quickly redo here just to save me like 10-15 minutes in post, which I'm gonna need to edit a almost 10-minute movie now, which sucks. I haven't told you that, have I? I think we're up to like 6, 7, maybe 8 minutes in the edit, which sucks. So while taking 20-minute showers, I've been contemplating what to cut, what I could reshoot so I could intertwine into a different narrative or something like that. I'm just gonna film the whole thing. That's what I said from the start. If it goes over, because the previous went over, I said if it goes over the time, I'm not gonna stop filming. I'm gonna film the whole thing, make the whole thing. And then for the competition, the next wave competition, you need a 5-minute short film, so I'll cut it down to 5 minutes. And I just saw an announcement for the road reel, which is 3 minutes, which I don't know how I'm gonna cut a 10-minute short down to 3 minutes, but I guess we'll just have to take a snippet from it. That's my thought process right now. I've done like 3 or 4 different takes, and of course, they're not as good as the first one, because the first one was the best and it was ruined. But I look back on the clip of the first one, and the audio doesn't come in until he's kind of walking out of frame, so I can fix it in post, and I might have to fix it in post. I'm pretty sure I've got it close enough on that last one just there. I'm not sure, I don't know how I did it. I can't replicate it. Now we're gonna move on to the 50mm version of it and see if maybe I can recreate it in that. I wasn't working today, but for some reason, I'm the only employee that they contact to work. Or just all the other employees are assholes who don't want to come in. I don't want to work. Why can't I just stick with my 15, 17 hours that I've got? Just for these few weeks. Why is it the few weeks that I really want to do stuff, that I'm motivated to do stuff, that they want me to work every freaking day? Oh my god. I swear they would have me every day if they could. Oh, sorry, I'm getting my anger out on camera. Alright, let's get back to this. Do you want to watch? You can watch if you want. Shot 13. And that's all it is to it. And then I watch back the footage and see how crap it is. No, I looked very angry, confused there. I need to look very terrified, confused. What was that? What shot was that? Shot 13. We're on shot 14, bro. Bro, it'd help if I knew how to act. No, I just look surprised. Maybe I need to act without the camera on, just so I know what the emotions are. Okay, there's a lesson. If your face isn't doing what you want it to do on the scene, then look in front of a mirror and just practice. That's what I do. And I think, oh gee, I'm so self-obsessed. But no, if you can't act your face out, if you don't have the Jim Carrey-ness in your face, go and act in front of a mirror. Because you're thinking you're pulling a muscle on your face that makes you look sad or confused, but you're really just pulling a muscle to make it look like you're doing a poo. So, you need to practice. I don't know why that needed to be so on camera, but there we go. I'm finished that shot now. On One, since I'm working, my throat is gonna be horrible tonight because I'm screaming my lungs out and then my throat already hurts. This is gonna be fun. Okay, alright, now we got the next shot set off and it's pretty epic actually. Not really, because it's a very bland shot and I'm not sure how to shoot it to make it not bland, but we got the camera here pointing up at William. We also got a light here, lighting him because he was very dark. We got the microphone on top. This window is open just a tad more than it was before, give more light into the scene. We've also got these streaks on the ceiling from the light in there. Oh gosh, I should probably close that curtain. Lucky I did this video to demonstrate what I'm doing. In here we got the window open to give some more spill into here, just to fill some of the shadows in here. And that's it. I just gotta act it out. And I'll let you guys watch this one because it is one where I have to scream. So it's gonna be funny to watch. So you're gonna sit very, very low. You can be the footsteps that I hear. You can't see, there's a box on the ground here, just so when I'm shuffling back and I hit it, I know that's where I've got to stop. Cool beans. Let's start this. You watch. This yell, I did it before and it sounded like a raw. Now I'm working myself up. Should I do my hair up again? I'm gonna do my hair up again. Shot 17. Where are you? Did I do all the right steps there? Like my reactions, were there? I don't know. Do you hear that roar though? Where are you? I like that, except my jump to the second. Actually, I should jump more to the steps. So when it steps, I go, instead of going. Let's do that, bro. I'm gonna turn you off though, because I don't want to have to edit so much of this footage. My poor throat and these poor neighbors. I'm yelling so loud and my throat is decimated. I did like the 4th attempt and it was like really powerful. I'm not sure if the acting was okay though. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Should I do a separate shot where it's like really close up, or should I just punch it in the editing? I feel like I need a rest for my voice though. So I might go downstairs and check this in the editing while also looking for something to eat, because I don't have anything I can just chuck in the deep fryer. I have to cook something. Went downstairs and checked the edit and I realized that we're pretty much nearly done all the shots for today. I just need to do the one where the camera is behind William's legs and he reacts to his footsteps. But other than that, we can't really do that much today. We can, but like I want to try and do it all in chronological order. We'll just film all this and then I'll go have lunch. But what I noticed is in that scene is I'm walking back and it takes way too long for me to say, where are you? It should be like, where are you? Instead of like 5 seconds of him processing. So it should just be William walking back, and as soon as he stops, he goes, where are you? Instead of waiting for it. So we'll do that. We might have to do another shot for the reactions to the footsteps because he's way too far out of frame. We got it, boys. I'm happy with that one. I'm happy with all of them, actually. It's just really where he is in the frame. The acting is, I'm okay with it. I reckon it's average, maybe even above average. Maybe we should move on to a close-up of his face. Yeah, let's try that. We've got time. The main worry with the 50mm was when I walked into frame, I had to walk into frame perfectly. With the 24mm, I didn't have to do it perfectly, but I had to do it to a spot. But see, with the 50mm now, I'm not walking into frame, I'm just getting my reaction of the footsteps. So I can stay in one spot and it's a lot easier to act out, I feel, unless I step back too much, which is probably gonna be what I'm gonna do too much of. So we'll see how this goes. And hey, a positive of today, which has nothing to do with the filming, but it's cold today, so my fingers are really cold. I'm not sweating up a storm on this thing. On most days, I'm really freaking sweaty, especially in these skinny jeans. But today, it's cold outside, so I'm cold more than anything, which is a good thing to have when you're acting. In a horror, that is, it kind of makes you really stiff, like you should be in a horror, like, ooh. It's hard to explain, but you get what I mean? You should be cold when you're being scared. Does that make sense? Am I just speaking gibberish? Probably. Oh my god, I've done like 6, 7, 8 different types. Either the focus is out, or I forget to press record, or acting isn't good enough, my facial expressions aren't good enough. Oh my gosh, acting drains you. Out of all those shots, there's gotta be a good one. I don't know, I kind of just gave up on the end there because there were so many different variations, and they weren't all horrible, but like they weren't all what I wanted. Some were out of focus, some look like they were out of focus, but they probably weren't. So it's just up to the edit now. If I don't like it, it's not a terribly hard shot to set up. I can set it up tomorrow, so that's nothing to worry about. But for now, we're just gonna move on to the next shot, and then I'm gonna go have lunch, and maybe after lunch I can film it. Alrighty, this is the last setup for the day. Camera pointed towards the floor, which is where the footsteps are gonna happen. Then we got the monitor over here, just so I can see what's happening, and I need to stand here. It's a bit hard though, because these are black pants on like a black background. They're kind of like bluish, so they kind of blend in really well. It's hard to get an actual decent silhouette, but I think like once you see it, you'll be able to recognize what it is. And I also got the microphone down here. Just finished the scene, and now what I'm gonna do is try and put footprints into the carpet. So stand in here for like a minute, then stand off so you can see the footprint on the camera. And what I've been thinking of doing, maybe getting my foot, dipping it in paint and putting it on paper, just so that way I have something to reference doing the After Effects, because when I did them for the previous, it was actually pretty hard. But I guess that's what visual effects are. They're hard until you know what you're actually doing. I think we got some black paint around here somewhere. Just gonna paint my foot, step on it twice with my left and right foot, and place it into the frame just so I have something to look at in the edit, and I might be able to use it in the edit. Might be able to cut it out and take the opacity of it down and all that. But first I have to find the paints. Oh, these are all her like professional paints. Acrylic paint. Will that work? I mean, it's paint. I don't need to know which one it is. And it's Anko, which is a cheap brand. So if I use it all, I can just buy more for my sister. I found a bigger tube of paint. I'm not sure if this is like the good brand or not. And I also found a paintbrush big enough to cover my foot. You're gonna sit like that. Yeah, you can go like that. Welcome to my feet. Got the paper here. I took my jeans off because I didn't want to get them wrecked. Oh, sorry, excuse my disgusting feet. If I need to go into the shower, I don't want to get my jeans wet in the shower. Sorry, Mia, my little sister, if this is expensive paint. Oh gosh, that's a lot. Oh, don't try and get the arches, you idiot. I've got high arches, I'm pretty sure, so they're not going to be in the painting, if you know what I mean. I need more. Hopefully it doesn't dry really quick. Do you reckon that's good? Okay, cool, we're gonna go. Oh, stand up, but don't move too much. And then... perfect! Should have rolled my heel a bit. No, not my heel, the arch. Oh, got paint on the floor. Ah, everything's going wrong. How do I get to the shower from here is the question. Play limping, bro. I need to jump into the shower. Oh, okay. Coming off pretty easily. My feet are a tiny bit black, but luckily I wear black work socks, so it doesn't really matter. Now, for the next foot, I should probably clean up the paint that I dropped on the floor, hey. There we go. I need to get the toes, but that's okay. I can probably fill it in with Photoshop or something. My left foot actually has a lot of dead skin on it, so I won't show you that. I won't expose you to that. But you can watch me as I paint it and do it out of frame. Give me dye paint. Dude, I love painting my feet. It was nice. I need to do this quickly before it dries, because it's like a thin coat. Maybe there just wasn't enough paint on my toes. That's why the toes in the right foot don't look as good. Stand up first. There we go.
Hey, it looks way better than the first one.
It looks way darker as well. Sick, bro. I'm gonna go wash my foot off and then I'll see you when I'm putting him in the scene. What'd you do today, Braden? Oh, I just painted my feet. Oh, sick. What for? For a short film. There it is. Let me just see what it looks like in camera first before I say goodbye to you all. So that will just be a good reference, and I might be able to use that actually in the final short film. If I photocopy it, put it in the exact same place that is. That's all we're gonna do for today. Very productive day. I could do that wide shot. I don't really feel like it. I don't really want to push myself too hard because I still do have to work and I still want to have some energy to do that, and also I want to have something to eat and sit down for at least 20 minutes just to give me a little bit of rest, because I've been standing for what, 3 hours maybe, and then I've got to stand for like 4. Sick. You made it through that as well as episode 1. You're crazy. What? Thank you, that's amazing. I really hope you learned something from this episode, or even the last 2 episodes if you have watched the episode before this, episode 1. That's how that works. And I also really hope you saw how much effort I've put into this short film. I've spilled so many hours, so many thoughts, so much stress in this short film, and I don't know how I actually got it out at the end. So thank you for watching this episode and episode 1 if you did watch that. We've got 2 more episodes to go, episode 3 and 4, and they're a bit shorter, so you'll be able to get up and watch the episode without having to have a pee break between it. But again, thank you so much for watching this episode. It really means a lot that you even watched 1 episode out of the 4 that are coming out. But be ready for the next 2 episodes that are coming out very, very soon.